Alright, so let's see. Doing a screen capture in vertical. Hey guys, Alec here. The admin of all the little plugs. And so today, what have we got here? Tonex, good old Boss Go, and we're going to go through Beam today, which is connected over here. This is the guitar. These are little buttons to jump around different sounds, and this thing here is on song, which is what is using those buttons to do it. This is the app. Now, what I really want to do is talk about the Beam Solo app and what's going on with it. So I'm not moving the camera around today, I promise. Have a look here at the gain. You're going to see hitting this, holding it down, changes amp. One click. Goes into a patch with higher gain. And touching on the little signal chain thing, that comes up. Now, something that's really wicked about this whole thing is that all of the knobs on the signal chain view, they are fully interactive even at this level. So if you're hanging out there and then you start moving stuff around, like the FX, all the knobs in the mix level for the rotary, for the little echo chamber there, if you pull this up really big, you're gonna see them moving, which is wicked. You can click on any of these things and it jumps into what's going on. So this is in the room, 2x12 open back. You can change room size, width, all that. I think you'll probably have seen all this in the videos, but I can't tell you just how fluid it is. You've got a little battery thing up the top there, 40%. Even the Bluetooth connection, BPM, all that, it works. Now, a really cool thing is the cloud. And you'll have seen all across YouTube guys coming up and putting in brand new sessions. So you've got artist genres, set lists, all kinds of really cool stuff. Ryan here with his thing. You've got his little thing. You can see the download count, how many people have really liked it. I've already gotten this loaded into my presets. Just clicking on that, it's changing over. Now I'm gonna cut my Boss sounds for a sec. Okay, so input volume, this is all you're getting out of the that's Ryan's set. Which is pretty cool. You can go back, let me show you quickly the way this thing is set up. For the presets, top right. They're already divvied up in electric, acoustic, bass, and you've got center device. These are the 5 that you've got set up inside the storage. These are pretty cool in that when you load it, I'll take this high gain one, Jimmy B. Best to silence it a bit. St. James 100. 3FX pre, 3FX post. And they're all pretty interesting. Analog, tape echo, multi-tap delay, wicked, like a Benson Echo Rec, and the shimmer, something that you're not gonna get in many of the other things. The Tonex doesn't do that. These are all wicked. They work really well. Let's go to the plate. These are all your reverbs. Chamber's nice, hole's nice. Plate is wonderful. I stick with that. Spring, drips. You can go in there, mess with it. And the wicked thing is, if you go back to your presets and just load the same one again, device, it resets everything. So back to where you started. The way I look at this thing, I would really suggest you might want to try this and see if it does it offline. I'm not sure. So you can go through and check it, but the selection of all of these things is really cool. The music on here works out nice. Here it's just playing straight through my iPad. Really easy to do loops and move these things. You could do that either through your iPad, or you can stream the audio of this to another speaker completely separate, or you can stream it straight back into the Beam and you'll hear it in your headphones. A lot better volume than that, but I don't want to have to mess around with it too much. Vast selection of stuff, or you can just go and pick and choose whatever you want for the music. The cab rigs, man, I tell you, this is really a cool thing. Above and beyond what the Boston can do. You know, we've got 3 cabs, they're all good. The sounds on the go, I'm a big, huge fan of the go. But for people who, I don't know, maybe not like me, who are completely mad for FX, if you're mad for different amps, different cabs, sorting out your bass tone, and you're only wanting to add a few things, this covers it. But it covers it so nicely. Really, really, really does. Now, the recording stuff, I have to do videos on that, maybe if someone's interested, but honestly, videos for me are a pain in the butt, so you guys have questions, you know, just make a video call or something. I'll gladly go through any of this stuff with you as I'm checking it out. But it has to be said, of all the stuff that I've been working with on here, this one is really taking my fancy, above and beyond all the other ones. It's got to be said. The Go, there we go. The Go itself, I think, is above and beyond the most potent. You can do a lot more with it. You can do a lot more control stuff with it, with step and stuff. If you're using this, you really want to get on iOS and have an iPad like this, where you've got space to move around. But for recordings, for doing all kinds of stuff, for MIDI manipulation, for foot controllers, can't be beat. Even a simple one. You know, I got a reconditioned one, and that's wicked. The other cool thing with this that I've been trying is using just El Cheapo MIDI controllers, not the huge stuff like all that, but Air Steps or Chocolate or anything with wireless, or just get a MIDI controller and add a WIDI to it and pump that into an iPad. You can jump directly, as you see me doing with these, from sound to sound. And I would really say, think of this thing not as one preset for a different genre or something like that, load up 5 presets at a time that cover everything you want and use that like a snapshot or a scene where your 1 to 5 you can set for leads and stuff like that. You wouldn't even have to go into individual toggles of effects. There really aren't that many, but you can get 5 bass sounds and then control everything with your volume knob and tone. It's super responsive, it's super dynamic. You know, for me, 2 thumbs up. If you're getting into these things and you want to go crazy, get the go, for sure. But as a close second, I think it really beats that. I'm not too happy with this yet, but we'll see. I think that's probably just me. But yeah, 2 big thumbs up. The BEAM Solo, for what it does, and I'm gonna go and I just moved my studio yesterday into this little guest room, so I'm still setting up stuff, but 100%, that thing is in the number 2 spot. In fact, that is what I would go to when I don't really want to be diving into the depths of arranging stuff. That's not my safety valve head knob, I tell you. It is wonderful. There it is. Connected up to my Big Boss Waza Air EX. I would say don't bother connecting this to a single FR. Get a stereo pad set up. If you've got stuff around the house, like for your theater, a soundbar, something like that, anything that does stereo, you know, those little portable ones that you walk around with, and iLoud monitors on your desktop, just go aux into that in stereo and hear it, or use headphones. I never want these things to come out like selling stuff. These here wave thingies, yeah. They bombard me with publicity every day, and I hate that, but I have to admit they do sound absolutely great. Or try the stuff. Really, with all the headphones amps, I would recommend, if you have one particular set of headphones and you're not satisfied, try the sets first. A lot can depend on the impedance and all that stuff. I've used, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of this thing, and no problem. Kind of like the Go. No problem. I would strongly recommend get a wireless system. I use the Boss WL50. It's free. It has a buffer in it, which is going to really help with the sound, and you can piss off and, you know, go chill out down here. And change sounds. And don't piss off your neighbors. And for sure, final thing, if you're using a desktop amp, plug into the side like that. You can so easily mix 2 different sounds. Turn that down, add in the Boss. So this is just Boss. With a slow gear, you can hear how it's now. Just turn the wheel on the Beam. touching each other. They're both going out left and right. And you can control both on here, which is what I'm working on with all this stuff. Think of any episode of TPS where they have 2 amps running. These are 2 stereo paths, mixing, matching, doing wicked stuff. I would try it. If anyone has like a THR or something like that, try that. Split it. But yeah, I'm happy with the Boss stuff with that, because that goes to 2 things. So I've probably said all this a billion times before. I hope this was helpful. 2 thumbs up for me for the Beam Solo. Absolutely, very happy with it. And we'll see. Check it out. The whole online thing is very easy to share. Presets, you can design stuff. Everything is simple. As is, I don't really know how many people are in it, but it looks like it's a fairly active group within the app, and it's not necessarily tied to Facebook, so we're just kind of like in there to answer questions, or we can, I think, share stuff within the group. But having an online platform that's that good, Boss has got the Tone Exchange, which is cool, and there are groups of 40,000 plus people on Facebook, which is probably just a drop in the ocean to the real numbers across the guitar forums and all the other stuff. So Boss, you've got a massive following and maybe some help, maybe a lot of junk, but probably a lot of good stuff. This being fairly new, it seems to me people are jumping on it and making it work, and sounds great. Keeps me happy. 2 thumbs up. Try it out. Comment in the group on what you're doing with it, or what you like or what you don't like about it, because you never know. And then coming up, we're going to get into this Tonex thing. We'll see. For me, that's a completely different kettle of fish. Very limited effects. People are going crazy for it. I'm not really feeling it as of yet, but we'll see. If anyone's got solutions on the Tonex or ideas or has captures that they want to share, give me a buzz. Just use Facebook Messenger and let me know. Take care.